So I just finished watching the Bayclast episode, and it was almost kind of like a mini patch notes. They really revealed a lot of stuff, and I wanted to use this video to basically point out RIP to Strength Stacking and Mana Guardians. Pretty hard, at least. Looks like they'll definitely be nerfing anything related to stacking mana and stacking strength to build up high ES and at the same time get a crap ton of damage. So it looks like that's going to be getting nerfs. So probably I can, well, I don't know if I can officially say, but kind of RIP to my my standard character with 40,000 energy shield and life. So what are they nerfing specifically? If you guys haven't seen the Bayclast episode, basically what's happening is they are first of all nerfing Radiant Faith, and I doubt they'll touch the armor part, but they're obviously going to nerf the grants maximum ES equal to 15% of reserve mana. My guess is they'll probably bring that down to 8% or somewhere around there. I have a pretty strong feeling that they're at least going to cut it in half. I doubt it'll stay anywhere near 15%. I think 12% is probably not big of a nerf. My guess is they're probably going to bring it down to like 8%. So, yeah. Pretty big nerf there. We'll see after patch notes how bad this is actually going to get nerfed, but again, I think its effectiveness is going to get cut in about half. I also suspect that they might nerf Watcher's Eyes, and I think they might specifically nerf, again, the same mod, essentially, which is the gain maximum mana as extra maximum ES. So I think that they may bring this mod on the Watcher's Eye down to about 10% from 18. I think 18% is just insane. If you look on this character, I currently have about 35,000 energy shield. If I just take off clarity, I come down to 30. So literally this one mod gives me 4,000 energy shield, and I'm not even really this character isn't even really a full mana stacking character because I only have about 7,600 mana. I'm not full mana stacking. I'm actually a hybrid of mana and strength stacking. So I suspect that Watcher's Eyes are going to get nerfed in regards to that clarity max ES for mana roll. Next thing they announced is getting nerfed is Shaper's Touch. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to nerf this. Well, I do have an idea. Well, there's really two things they can do. And the first thing they can do is instead of 2% increased energy shield, they can nerf it down to 1% increased energy shield. Or alternatively, which I think may be probably might be what's actually going to happen, is instead of 2% increase per 10, it's probably going to change to like 2% increase per 15 or 20. So that's definitely going to get a nerf as well. Shaper's Touch, goodbye. Next thing that's going to get nerfed, I don't actually have one because this chest I have on standard is actually better than a Joffrey's Sanctuary, even a legacy one. But basically, Joffrey's Sanctuary was also a pretty much auto-include in any league, strength stacking characters. Basically, what it did was it gave +2 energy shield per 5 strength, I believe. So that is probably going to see a nerf again. What's quite interesting is they've actually nerfed Joffrey's before, and they've touched it quite a number of times. So you can see that here. Well, I guess they technically buffed it. It used to be +1 back in 2.6. In 3.0, they changed it to +2. 3.0 had the strongest version of Joffrey Sanctuary because it gave the 70 to 80 max ES back then and +2. So this version was really the best one, and now it's only 30 to 40. But my guess is they're definitely going to do something to this again. What are they going to do? Probably something similar to Shaper's Touch. I don't know if they'll bring it back down to +1 because they did that kind of already happened and they changed it. So my guess is they might make it +2 max ES per maybe 8 strength, something like that, maybe 10 strength, but then that would be the same as this. So my guess is it's probably going to be like +2 per 8 strength or something like that. The other things that are getting nerfed are the grand spectrums for mana. So it would be the Cobalt Jewel. So it's currently 30 mana per grand spectrum. So essentially you get 3 of these, you get 270 flat mana because each one's going to give you 90. You get 3 of them. Yep, 270 right here. Plain and simple with this one, they're probably going to bring this down to like 15 or 20. So gonna lose quite a bit of mana on these, and I think at that point it's probably not even going to be worth running these. At which point, pretty much all the Grand Spectrum stuff is kind of dead because, well, this jewel just, nah, it's just really phased out now with all the restrictions. Yeah, the 3 limit pretty much only rendered the mana Grand Spectrum as the only valuable one. And now with the nerf to this mana Grand Spectrum, Grand Spectrums are, my guess is, pretty much now going to see no play whatsoever, and these are going to be basically worthless. One interesting thing to note is that this isn't new. Like, it's funny to me how they only nerf stuff when it becomes meta. And I don't know, I just find that like kind of weird. So as you can see here, this character that I have is based around this forum post, and like strength stacking and mana stacking has been around for like years. Like literally, this post was from September 2017, and I'm sure it's, you know, Joffrey's came out when in 2.6. I don't remember exactly when 2.6 happened, but I'm pretty sure it was before September 2017. So it's just kind of weird to me that they only nerf stuff if it gets really popular. I mean, which I guess to some extent makes sense, but I just found it really interesting that, you know, you got the Dune Kubriari, you got the Joffreys, you got the Shaper's Touch, you got the Alberon's Warpath. I mean, pretty much all this stuff is just textbook, you know, strength stacking, and it's been around for a while. So I just thought I'd point that out, that, you know, it's, yeah. And if you look back at my channel, I have had character updates on this build in specific also since like 2017 or something like that. So I've been doing the strength stacking thing for like probably like 2.5 years, and now that it got popular, now it's finally getting nerfed. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not sure what I'll end up doing with this character on standard. Probably not much. I might just leave it for the memes. This character is still going to be really strong. Unfortunately now, well, what happened that really killed this character, I think, isn't actually the patch that's about to come up. It's actually a patch that already happened, which was the RF patch. And as you can see, deals 20% of your maximum energy shield and 20% of your maximum life. For those who don't know, it used to be 40%. Oh, and you guys can't see because my camera's covering it. But it's right there, so it deals 20% of max life and ES as fire damage. This used to be 40%. And basically now that they nerfed it to 20%, it kind of renders stacking lots and lots of life and energy shield to run RF kind of useless, which I think is a real shame. I think really one cool thing about RF was that if you were able to stack a ton of stuff, you can get a really strong RF. But at the same time, it's kind of understandable. Basically, what they're trying to do, what they're really targeting with all these nerfs, is they are trying to avoid a situation where if you spec into defenses, you at the same time spec into offenses. And that's really what strength stacking and ES stacking with stuff like Righteous Fire or like Herald of Agony enabled. Because, well, Herald of Agony, it just allowed you to have damage without needing to spec into damage. So that's why they nerfed Herald of Agony. They nerfed RF because RF was basically the only skill in the game where if you invested into defense, you at the same time invested into offense. So that was why RF got a big nerf. So essentially, and my game just froze. I don't know why. But that's basically why they are cracking down on essentially all these types of scenarios where you can't, can get damage. Did my internet go down? looks like my internet actually went down. But they're basically cracking down on all these ways that you can just get damage and defense at the same time, essentially. So anyways, I just thought I'd make that little video just to kind of show that. Thought it's pretty interesting. And rip to summoning strength stacking zombies and skellies. Rip to Mana Guardians. I'm sure it'll still be viable to some extent, but you're not going to be able to get 40,000 energy shield on a Mana Guardian anymore. My guess is with a lot of investment, probably like 20 to 25,000 energy shield is going to be the most you can get, which is still good, but it's it's nowhere near 40,000. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the patch notes, which is coming pretty soon, and maybe I'll make another video about it. Anyways, thanks for watching this. See you guys next time.